So today's gonna be a little bit different. Basically, I'm gonna make something for a friend of mine who lost his son, a friend of mine who lost his grandson, a friend of mine who lost his nephew. My buddy Larry, I've known Larry since I was a kid. I've known both his sons. I grew up with them, and I was lucky to be able to meet the grandson, of course, one of my buddy's sons. And he passed away recently. And one thing I always remember when I lost my little brother, guys, that he was the first one to show up for me. It's the first face I saw. He showed up here to my house, and he never left my side. You know, he's a good friend to me. And one day I came across some metal that I had, and I decided to build my brother a 6-foot cross. And it's out in the middle of the highway, so that's why I built it so big. But I was kind of going through some stuff here that I had, and I got some really nice thick metal, some steel that beams that I'm gonna make him a cross to. So this video is gonna be dedicated to sorry guys, I've been sicker than a dog, bro. It's horrible. I don't know if I have COVID, but damn, I've been so sick, body aches and everything. But it's even hard to talk about it. But this video is going to be dedicated to Ryan Leo Maestas. And Ryan is my friend Steven's son. And he's a nephew to my buddy Felix, which is Steven's brother. And a grandson to Larry, Steven's father. So, Larry, who I call Uncle Larry, he called Ryan Buggy. That was his nickname. So this video is going to be dedicated to Buggy. And we're going to go from there. We're going to build him a cross. So I came up with an idea. He loved outdoors. This kid was a hunter, loved it, lived to hunt. Him and his dad hunted all the time. They were constantly sending me pictures of the elk and the deer that they got. It was freaking awesome. Big time hunters, very good kid. I also got to mention too in the video, I feel very bad. His mother Jasmine went to high school with us as well. Anyways, I'm going to make this video for Buggy, and I'm going to build him a badass cross. Since he was a hunter, guys, I decided to go with a deep green, with like an emerald green. I don't know what I did with my stuff, but anyways, this is what I figured, what I'm going to do. I'm going to start off with this big old chunk of thick-ass steel beam. If someone hits this thing, they're definitely going to be hitting something like that statue on Home Alone. It is beefy. Look at that shit. So I got these two for the sidearms, and they're actually a skinnier diameter. They're not as wide, but they're just as thick as this beam. This is just flatter, more wider. So I'm going to bring this down to about here, and I'm going to bring these out 18 inches. And I think that would look okay. I'm going to just cut them and see how they look and go from there. Also, this line here is going to be buried in the ground from here to there. It's about 1.5 feet that I'll bury in some concrete. So we'll have a good portion of this here sticking out of the ground. Yeah, so I got to do a little work. I'm going to have to, level this off because it's obviously someone torched the shit out of it. It looks like crap. So I'm going to clean that. I am going to try to get these holes either welded up or make a little piece for them. I'm going to weld the first one, and if it just doesn't look right, then I'm going to just make plugs. and weld them in there. If not, I might just go get a quarter, weld damn quarter in there. But other than that, guys, that's where I'm at. I don't have a lot of time this week. I'm starting a new schedule at work, so it's going to be rough. I know his services are going to be here in a couple weeks. I'd like to get this thing done for the services, and I'd like to take you with me, and after everything's said and done, I'd like to give it to his dad, and whenever we're ready, I'll take a bag of cement and a bucket of water, and we'll go dig a hole on the side where it happened, and we'll put it there for him. But my idea with this, guys, is I mean, things change as you start working on it, but on the arms themselves, since he was a hunter, I got some badass stickers that go on the arms that are mountains. They're like a silhouette of the mountains and the trees, and then on the other side is also just mountains, I think. And what I'm gonna do is I already got silver base for this with some metallic in it, so I'm gonna silver base it, and then I'm gonna add the mountains on both sides, and then on the front here I'm either gonna put RIP, or I'm going to do it downward, and then I'm going to put his name on it, probably Ryan Maestas all the way to the bottom, or I may start it off Ryan and then like a letter or two down, put his name down. I mean, I don't know if I'll have enough room to put it across the top. I have no idea. I just got to work with it, but these are the letters that I bought, so I'm not sitting there fidgeting with an airbrush. I got these, and the nice thing is I got them in a good size, and I got them Go Flake, so once you spray the candy over them, they'll show. You know, I'm not going to put maybe 1 or 2 coats of candy on it. So that's where we are. I think RIP, they should fit right there perfect, but from the mountain portion of it, I don't know if it's gonna work. I may not even get to put the mountains on it because I might put his name sideways. I'm not sure how it's gonna lay out, but I thought the mountains would be like a mellow, cool touch to it. I'm just trying to find some elk and deer, but the stickers that they sold were too big, and I couldn't find any smaller. Alright, I feel like shit. So anyway, I don't know if you can tell, but that's the kind of the mountain. You can do silver or black. I actually don't know. I think I bought black, so the silver's the sticky side. I don't remember. But yeah, the tree difference is pretty crazy. These are like little skinny pines, you know, and these ones here have mountain with pine. So yeah, like on the side, it'd be on these ones like that. Yeah, maybe. Well, it depends on the length. I may be able to put them way out on the end, like out here, and then I can put his name, Ryan, maybe even put Leo Maestas with the end mountains on this side. That might be cool. And then I can try the RIP here, like one here, one there, and then one there. You know, and then damn, if that works out, then maybe I can even put Buggy down the front. Let's see what happens. I built my brother a big old cross, and I painted it. I had some paint left over from a car that I did, and it was like a real light metallic blue, and I welded that thing up, but it was thick and it's huge. It was 8 feet tall, and I buried it 2 feet in the ground, so it's 6 feet. And then it's I did a nicho in the center where I plated the front of it because it was like a channel iron. I plated it, and then I boxed it in. And then my mom had bought this little tiny cross. I swear to you, it was like a little 3-footer. 2-footer, 3-footer, and it was like all skinny, and she wanted to put that there, and I'm like, you won't even see that. It's gonna get covered with tumbleweeds in the middle of the highway. You'll never see it. So I got that, and I mounted it in the cross that I built, and that part had his name on everything on it. I'll put a picture up. But so I like doing descansos. That's what we call them here in New Mexico, is descansos. So I mean, if anybody's around here and they want me to build them a custom cross for the side of the road for someone that passed, or wherever it happened, or whatever you want to build, something like that, I like doing stuff like that, you know? I mean, it's different and gets me away from the cars. This car's been giving me a headache and I don't even want to look at it, but I think it's just because I'm sick, guys. I've been sick for a whole week, and literally I've just been sleeping. Like, I had to call into work and everything. And I'm going to go to work tonight. I have to, but I feel like dog's ass. So anyways, I'll kick you guys back on when I start this video, and we'll start building this cross. Cool? Alright, fellas, so I was able to tack that one in. These welded up actually really good, not bad. So I got 1, 2, 3 more to go, and these little holes here, and that'll solid that whole thing up. I'm not going to worry about the other ones because they're going to be buried. And then we got to work on taking that piece off of there. It's not through, so we'll just grind it off of there, cut it off of there, and clean it up. And we're going to clean these up straight, weld this side to the post, and those ends will be cut off. So we'll make sure that these openings are to the bottom down here. And then when I cut those off, I'm going to leave the plate. That way it's capped. That way I don't really have to cap anything. And if we decide, maybe we could just make some little patch panels and cap those to make it fully solid. But I thought it would be cool to leave them open, so if somebody wanted to like leave a letter or put something in there, they can just get it and stuff it under there. You know, just whatever, you know. So I think that's what I'm going to leave that open just for that reason. I'll see you guys here in about 10 seconds. Alright guys, I just rolled out here finally after a good 4 days worth of work, a little bit of 3 hours of sleep. I'm in the shop. We're back on the cross. This is a little update on what I've been doing for Buggy. So I stripped this one down. It's almost ready to go. I'm going to clean it up right now and cut this straight, finish welding up these holes here. I welded 2, so I gotta weld 1, 2, 3 more, and then from there we'll do some body work, like stuff like this. It's wavy. I'm gonna just skim it real quick, and then we'll go from there. Still sicker than a dog. These, same thing. I need to cut them to length, bevel them so I could weld them to this. I'm going to cut those ears off on both sides, so leave the plate on the end. And then I got to cut off this piece right here. And then we'll strip those down as well and bevel them up and get them put here so they look symmetrical to everything. And then we'll get them welded in. Let me get started. I'll kick you guys on a time lapse, and we'll get some shit done. guys, here's a little jam session on. So we welded up all those holes all the way across the top, and I capped it. So we capped this here, got it burnt in all cherry. I'm gonna clean up this edge and then this piece will be done, and then we'll move to those, and those ones will get stripped first, and then I'll start dicing them up, cutting them, beveling them, and then we're gonna weld them on. Let's get back at it. We boxed it in, came out clean, came out good, a little bevel on it. I'm gonna run some mud over these little areas that I did because they're a little rough, and any imperfections that are on this, I'm gonna run some mud on it, clean it up, and then put it aside, and then we'll start working on those. I already got the mud mix, so I better start going. I'm gonna leave you guys on a regular without a time lapse for right now. Damn, I'm still sicker than shit. I think I got the COVIDs. Like all the people that are not very sophisticated. I think I got the COVIDs. Okay, bro, whatever you say, Holmes. Damn, this shit ain't mixing today. Still got all the glue. Alright. Let's get this in here. We just need a light little skim. I kind of wish I could just do the whole thing, but now I don't want to waste all this mud. I bought this mud to do the Monte Carlo, so I kind of need it. But I do need to get this done because I got the funeral here pretty soon. So I can always go buy more mud. Oh boy. I don't know what the hell I got this time, dude, but I don't ever get sick. But, dude, I'm hurting this time. Damn it. This mud's making it worse. It's already drying out on me. Oh, a la vergas, eh? You know what I mean? Just in case. Alright, I'm gonna clean these up, put you guys on a time lapse, and we're gonna get going. Trying to get my freaking little sausages under there to move it. Here, look. Alright, so what I'm trying to get at is it would be more like that. now it looks better. I think I'm gonna have to cut 2.5 and 2.5 is 5, so I'm gonna have to cut 2.5 inches out of each one of these arms to make it look, yeah, it looks more symmetrical that way. GoPro, stop recording. Alright guys, so I pretty much finished everything up. Got it as clean as possible. Right now, I measured a foot down from the top. Cut those in half. Basically, they were 4 inches, so I put 2 inches. And then I drew the lines and lined everything up. And then I put a right angle on it, made sure that they were good. It's ready to weld. So I'm going to start buzzing them in. Ain't no turning back. Bondo. Wow. Alright, well that part's done. Turn those fans on, suck some of this down smoke out of here, man. Alright guys, everything welded good where it needed to. Underneath was a little bit splattery because there was still some Bondo down there that I didn't clean off. But the face of it, we'll clean these up, we'll clean those up real good. I'm gonna leave the bottom alone, probably clean them up anyway, but the way these sit, they're flush in the front. Here they stick out in the back a little bit. So I think what I'm gonna do is fiberglass from here to there and fiberglass this just to make it all smooth. I think that's what I'm gonna have to do, because it's gonna have like a bevel. So I'm gonna just glass it straight across and glass it up and blend and down and blend. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna have to do, because I could have pulled these fronts out a little bit more, but then they won't be as flush. So, but we'll make it work. We'll make it work. What I should have did was relief cut the back tops right here and canted this piece inward like that. That way it would have flushed out and you would have never noticed really like a taper. It would have relief cut it here on the bottom and popped it just in slightly, and it would have flushed right in. But I didn't know. That's why I should have tacked it, flipped it over and looked at it, but I didn't. But either way, I still wanted the face to be flush, so that's what we got. It is what it is. From this point on, all the body work will straighten it out, clean it up, get all the pits gone, all the imperfections, all the edges rounded correctly, and we'll go from there. So for right now, guys, I think I'm gonna just let this cool down. I'm gonna sand some stuff and fill. I'm gonna spread some body filler and do some stuff now and clean up some welds, and then I'll kick you guys back on here on the next step. My battery's gonna die anyway, so time to put y'all on the charger. Alright guys, we're back on Buggy's Cross today. I'm gonna try to do a little bit of filming on both, because I'm making two separate videos, one for Buggy's Cross and one for the Monte Carlo, which I've been tag teaming them. Today's Thursday, funeral's on Saturday. I don't know if I'm gonna have this cross done before then. I've kind of been slacking, but it's not like I need to have it done for the funeral. You know, I just wanted to give it to my buddies up there, you know, with the whole family there. So, but if not, it's not a big deal. I can always just tell them I have something for them, and I can have them come down to the shop, or I can take it to my buddy's house and I'll just tell them to tell some of the family to meet them there. I really would like to get it done, but dude, I'm slacking. I'm still sick. It's just horrible, dude. But we have done a lot. So let me show you where we're at. I ended up just putting some rocks and dirt in a bucket, and that's where we are. I need to sand it. If the sanding looks good, I'm gonna prime it, and after the primer, if the primer looks good, I'm gonna just base it and see if I can get it done. I am off tomorrow, but I do work, so I don't know when I'm gonna sleep. So I'm gonna try to get it done, and hopefully I can get it done before Saturday. That way I can load it and take it. But let's see what we can get done today. I'm not gonna force it to happen, but other than that, that's where we're at. So I'll kick you on here and we start working on this. Alright, Vato Locos, we're still at it. Buggy's Cross. A little bit more body work done down the drain here. And here we go, guys. Let me show you where we're at. So far we're in some primer. Got a few pinholes. A couple of these bars need to be defined a little better. Minor little pinholes in here, like that needs to be fixed there. Just kind of smooth these edges out a little bit. I noticed there was some pretty weird transitioning here, like right there. Needs to be flowed a little bit better. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect, guys. It's gonna go on the side of the road. It's going to get beat by the wind, the dirt, the dust. I just want to make it as clean as possible. That way when we lay out the candy and all that, it's going to look pretty cool. It's supposed to rain, so I'm trying to let this thing dry. I'm going to probably add one more coat because I only got enough left for about one more coat of high build. I've already epoxied it and then I high builded it, so that's where we are right now. I'm just going to high build it one more time and try to fill in a lot more of those scratches and stuff like that. Let it dry and then I'll bring it in and then we'll go from there. So hopefully we get this thing done before Thanksgiving so I can give it to the family. At the funeral, I really wish I would have had it done, but I guess it was a blessing that I didn't, because for one, I would have rushed it, and two, I had to take the food. So I had to load 3 huge big bin things, big brown bins in my truck and drive them all the way up to Roy, to the community center. So it was a good thing I didn't have that thing in the back of my truck, because I wouldn't have been able to do it. So it'll work out better, because then of course we didn't have to transport it all the way over there and back. So at least here we're, you know, it's heavy. So I'm hoping to get this done here within the next few days. Today is what, Wednesday? Yep, it's my Monday. Gotta work. Wednesday, Thursday, yeah, gotta work a whole freaking week. Who the hell does that shit anymore? Well, I ran into a guy at work the other day and says, "Damn, bro, I didn't know you still worked here." I said, "I don't. I just show up." But, oh, it was funny. But anyways, guys, that's where we are with Buggy's Cross. We'll keep going. Hopefully we can get this thing done before the weekend or during the weekend, because the following week is Turkey Day again. It's like deja vu, man, with this Turkey Day. Last Thanksgiving, I was here messing with Phil's truck, the 2-timing turkey. And I ended up finishing in about December. That was a rough one. That one took me all year. That took me 9 months. So I actually got the Mustang done and the Monte Carlo pretty far. So this year I would have done 2 cars instead of just 1. So anyway, guys, goal this next year is 3 cars. Anyways, that's up with Buggy's Cross, and we're gonna go ahead and continue this video here. When I wet sand it down, fine tune it, and then we will we'll seal it. We'll base this sucker out. So I'll hit you up here in a little bit.